Skethin, hybrid athlete, biohacker, personal trainer, and co-founder of Unmatched. Today, I'm excited to introduce to you something completely different in the Unmatched lineup. This isn't a pre-workout. It's not an amino acid. This is the Unmatched Cognishot, a precision cognitive cocktail to fuel everyday energy and performance. Cognishot was engineered for individuals who demand elite mental output, whether that's in the gym, in the office, on the track, in the ring in between motos, after entering a new time zone, or before a keynote talk or presentation. This liquid formula combines high-quality therapeutic ketones, clinically studied nootropics, and a neurosupportive compound to enhance mental clarity, focus, memory, reaction time, and sustained brain energy without the crash. High performance isn't just physical. It's neurological. Your brain consumes roughly around 20% of your body's total energy, which I totally believe, because when I used to work on a farm growing up in Wales or on building sites, the physical labor came relatively easy. But as soon as I began building businesses or filming content or traveling around the world for talks, meetings, and presentations, I was astounded at how exhausted I'd get, regardless of my sleep. Now I know. Decision-making fatigue comes on quick. When brain energy production, neurotransmitter signaling, and neuroplasticity are optimized, decision-making sharpens, reaction time improves, processing speed increases. And that's exactly why we created Cognishot. So let's break down the ingredients. Let's go into goBHB, the ketone complex. We have 3,000 milligrams total of beta-hydroxybutyrate, or BHB, the primary ketone the body produces during fasting or carbohydrate restriction. Now, unlike glucose, which requires insulin transport that fluctuates throughout the day, BHB can cross the blood-brain barrier and serve as an efficient fuel source. Inside the cell, BHB enters the mitochondria and is converted into acetyl-CoA, which directly feeds into the Krebs cycle. Now, this process is metabolically efficient and produces less oxidative stress compared to glucose metabolism. In Cognishot, we use a dual D and L BHB system throughout the patented goBHB. Now, the D form is the biologically active isomer that your body naturally produces during ketosis. It rapidly elevates circulating ketone levels and is quickly oxidized for ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, production. Now, this supports immediate improvements in mental clarity, sustained attention, and cognitive endurance without stimulating the nervous system artificially, like caffeine, for instance. Now, the L form is metabolized more slowly and may play a role in cellular signaling, redox balance, and prolonged ketone availability. And this contributes to a more sustained metabolic environment that supports extended focus. So together, with the D and the L combination of goBHB, this provides both rapid ATP generation and prolonged neurological fuel, creating a smoother cognitive energy curve without stimulant dependency. Then we have Cognizin Citicoline at 250 milligrams. This Cognizin Citicoline is one of the most extensively studied nootropic compounds in human clinical research. Citicoline is a critical phospholipid component that has neuron cell membranes that helps with energy production, and it increases synthesis by supporting membrane fluidity, synaptic integrity, and neuronal communication. Additionally, citicoline increases acetylcholine production, which is the primary neurotransmitter responsible for learning, memory formation, attention, and reaction speed, which is perfect for motocrossers, mountain bikers, gamers, tennis, football, or rugby players. I think you get the idea. Beyond neurotransmitter support, citicoline enhances the cerebral energy metabolism by increasing ATP production with brain tissue and supporting mitochondrial function. Clinical trials have demonstrated enhancements in sustained energy attention, processing speed, memory recall, reaction time, and focus. Next, we have lion's mane at 500 milligrams. Now, this lion's mane mushroom, specifically the fruiting body, which contains the highest forms of the bioactive compounds. Lion's mane has been studied for its ability to stimulate nerve growth factor, which is NGF, a protein essential for growth, maintenance, and survival of our brain's neurons. NGF plays a critical role in neuroplasticity, and that's the brain's ability to form new neural connections and adapt to stress, learning, and environmental demands that the brain can often find itself under. Research suggests that lion's mane can support cognitive function, memory consolidation, mood stability, and long-term neurological resilience. For high performers, cognitive endurance is not about just energy, it's about protecting neural infrastructure over time. Lion's mane supports the structural brain health, not just short-term stimulation. Next, we have CognatiQ. We have 100 milligrams, which is a clinical studied coffee fruit extract shown to increase BDNF, that's brain-derived neurotrophic factors. This helps with synaptic plasticity, learning and memory, and neural repair, and cognitive adaptability. So higher BDNF levels are associated with improved learning capacity and enhanced neural resilience under stress. By supporting BDNF, CognatiQ helps create an environment where the brain is fueled and primed for growth and adaptation. This is particularly important for individuals operating under chronic stress or high cognitive load. Then, to complete the Cognishot system, we include sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These minerals are essential for electrical signaling and neuronal firing. Neurons rely on sodium and potassium gradients to generate the electrical impulses that transmit information throughout the nervous system. Then we have magnesium that supports NMDA, this receptor regulation, neurotransmitter balance, and overall neural excitability control. Whenever ketone availability increases, maintaining electrolyte balance becomes even more important for sustained optimal neurological performance. This ensures a clean delivery of cognitive fuel without the fog, without the fatigue, or without the disruption. Now, within minutes of taking Cognishot, you may notice a steady, controlled mental energy curve, clear thinking, stable focus, and smooth cognitive output. No spikes, no crashes, and definitely no overstimulation. And over time, you may experience improved executive function, faster information processing, and faster reaction time. You may get enhanced recall and verbal fluency, greater mental endurance during prolonged cognitive tasks. Now, whether you're preparing to go in the ring for some rounds, about to smash legs, leading a presentation on stage, you're racing in a demanding sport that requires extremely fast reaction timing, or grinding through a long hybrid training session, Cognishot supports sustained brain performance at a cellular level. You have neurotransmitters that are improved, neuroplasticity levels are optimized. Plus, it tastes amazing. We use no artificial sweeteners ever, no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, or dyes. Now, performance is more than muscle. Now, I've raced motocross, I hit the mountains snowboarding or mountain biking, I've completed many Ironman triathlons, and I run several businesses, and I like to box, and I've competed in bodybuilding at a pro natural level. I require clarity under pressure, resilience when others fade, and reaction times to keep me in front. And this is precisely why I need the highest form of cognitive enhancement. At Unmatched, we formulate with precision, with clinically studied ingredients at effective doses and zero filler and artificial sweeteners. On occasion, I like to amplify my CogniStack with paraxanthine, or before weights with my pre-workout for next level intensity. This is how you stay ahead, and this is what makes you unmatched.